It feels like only yesterday that opening day finally arrived, bringing endless chances for deer hunters to piece together the whitetail puzzle. Now, in what seems like a blink, less than a week remains. With the landscape still snow-covered and wind chills below freezing, January 6th finds the team out in full force, gearing up for the afternoon hunt with plenty of tags to fill. Owen Riegler is after the tall 10 with his bow, while Devin Wills carries the gun. Drake Lamb heads out with his hunting partner Barrett, with Justin Karns going to a different blind. Myself and Gavin Katurba are making our first ever deer hunt together. And finally, Mike Reed and Rye Ludwig are making their way to the river farm, both with bucks to hunt and bows in hand.
We're at the river farm, Rye and I. It's about 2 o'clock. We're headed into the south plot. And it's a turnip plot, but it's right near the Daggers blind and all those beans. And it's right next to the bedding. And this time of year, there's gonna be deer bedded not too far. So we're gonna sneak in, get in that little pin oak that Bella killed out of, and that I had the moss encounter out of earlier this year. It's a great spot. Main target tonight is that split G2 8. I've got today and tomorrow to hunt before I gotta go to ATA. So we're gonna see if we can't get one down.
Just as Mike predicted, the first moments in the high-odds stand deliver instant action. With deer all around and plenty of daylight left, anticipation for what's to come builds. Meanwhile, as the guys settle in, Gavin and I are only just leaving the office, well behind schedule for the hunt.
Gavin and I are walking in. I gotta say, this is absolutely breathtaking. We're walking through a cut bean field, and it's been drilled with looks like winter wheat or rye. We're slipping into this redneck blind. And from what I can tell, we're looking at photos this morning. The buck we're hunting, he's a 10-pointer with short fours. He's gonna be really close. Pretty funny, we're doing this whole hunt pretty much based on the fact that I jokingly said, "Where should I go, Mike?" Here we are. It's 3:30. We're just getting the titles and descriptions put in for this week's episode. And I am at about a 600% increase in deer activity compared to my last 5 hunts. Out in front of us, besides the standing beans, there should be some overcast over in that section, so there should be some green mixed in with the ag. But the biggest thing that got me excited when I'm trying to hurry up like heck to get this done, we have the sun popping in and out, and if there's one thing that we have not had, it's sunlight. So I'm hoping that'll get that buck up on his feet. I'm excited to be here. It feels very strange to be working from the blind. I feel like, you know what this reminds me of is Drake's intern year. He'd do his daily blogs from the night before in the blind and sleep. You know, because he didn't have that all night grind in him.
Yeah.
So,
Come on, dog.
that's what I feel like right now.
While Gavin and I enjoy the early movement, 95 miles to the southwest, Drake Lamb is drawing up the final game plan with his nephew Barrett at quarterback.
This is our second hunt, right?
Yep. I'm trying to find a deer and I want to eat one.
You want to eat one? We'll eat one tonight. We're going to a new spot. We have not hunted this spot at all this year, so we know there's probably a couple mature bucks in this area, so that's our plan. We've also got a doe tag, so if a big old mama doe comes out, we can get one of those too. All right, we're headed in. Let's do it.
Gonna shoot a big one.
You what?
Let's hope we shoot a big one.
I hope so.
We can eat deer tacos if we shoot a deer.
I think we're gonna eat deer tacos even if we don't shoot one. Megan's great. I punched my release, dude. Gosh dang it. We're having probably one of the best late season bow hunts ever, I would say. Especially for like having deer close and not getting picked off. I'm telling you. I got 30 deer just flirting with downwind right here. And I get the vitals up and I'm like, dude, it's that 10 from the river. And he came all the way to the plot. He was at 40 yards. I'm quite comfortable shooting at 40, but I bumped my release. Went halfway through my draw cycle. I feel like at any moment we're gonna look up and hopefully see a rack coming through these woods. As I mentioned, there's this short G410 that was right in front of us this morning. You know, he's not bedded far. Very thankful to even be sitting here watching deer. It was great for Mike to offer up the opportunity, and I mean, I'm certainly not gonna skip out a night in the woods.
As the deer continue to pour out into the beans for Gavin and me, our attention remains glued to the field edges, watching for the flash of antler. Back with Drake, the does are finally nearing gun range.
Getting down the last 30 or 40 minutes, we've seen a lot of really good bucks. One mature buck that we'd love to see next year, and then a couple more. We've got a pile of does down here, so I think that's our next move here pretty quick. They're all coming up here. They're all coming up here, so we'll wait a second, okay?
Okay, Mom.
Good. See what they're... I'm just gonna hold up. Okay, you ready? You ready? Good. Ready?
Yeah.
Got her, buddy.
Yeah.
We got her. We got her. Yes, give me some. Yes. We got her.
That scared me when you shot it.
Do you see her laying out there?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go. We can take a big old doe home with us.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I just heard the muzzleloader shot from right over the ridge from me. That'd be Drake and his nephew there. So Barrett has not seen a successful hunt yet. So hopefully they were able to get it done. Really special moment for Drake and his nephew there tonight. Our shooter just walked onto the plot while these deer have been looking to the north. Sure enough, there he is. Another good buck back there. Parade of bucks. I've never seen anything like that. We got 6 minutes. He's got like 60 seconds, or I'm not gonna be able to see him anymore.
Alrighty, well, we got out of the blind there, and as clean as possible for the circumstances, considering we had bucks on all sides of us, let alone deer. You know, right away we knew he was our target, but what a sight though to see that many deer tonight, let alone all of a sudden the bucks pour out like they did. The shooter, you know, he got in the 40, but he just stayed quartered to us at 40 for the longest time. And, you know, just paying attention to that leg. Well, you know, when's it going to be forward? You know, it's so easy in those moments. You watch forever. They turn broadside. You just let one go without paying attention to the position of that front leg. And legal shooting came. And what do you know it? He walks into 23, 24 yards. And that was that. And Rye texted us and said he has quite the story. So we haven't got to hear it technically, but assuming there's an episode of this in Chasing November, you just watched it, and I can't wait to see what happened.
There she is, B. Big old girl. Let's go see her. Let's go back here, come on.
I just saw a bubble pop.
This is our first recovery of the whole year here, and It's a good one. This is one that I've looked forward to for a long time, getting to be out here. And did we have fun in the blind? Was it fun? Stay warm, saw a lot of deer.
Yeah.
We got a big old grandma doe, didn't we?
Perfect weather rarely guarantees perfect hunting, but on January 6th, the woods delivered in full, presenting nearly 3 shot opportunities. After the tree stand roller coaster ride, Mike and Rye's hunt only intensified, and by its end, more bucks drifted into view. Joey B, the giant 4-year-old, Tiki, the broken up 10, and Mike's late season target, the split G2 buck. The main takeaway? Each buck passes in front of the redneck he calls the Dagger's Blind, and on the afternoon of January 7th, Mike knows exactly where he wants to be.
Last hunt of the year. 2 bows, a muzzle loader, and 3 or 4 tags. River Farm, essentially no wind, northwest wind, 28 degrees. Going to the Dagger's Blind. Tuesday, January 7th, and Ryan and I are back down at the river bottom. It is my last hunt of the year. So we're trying to go out in a nice traditional fashion of blazing glory. We've moved to the Dagger's Blind, so last night we hunted the south plot, watched all the deer feeding from this blind. We didn't have the right wind to get in this blind. This is the food they want to be on, and it's really a beautiful overcast day. How you feeling?
Time for some redemption.
Yeah. So we each got our bow, and then we bought the muzzleloader as backup. Got a pile of doe tags. We've got each of 2 buck tags. I mean, we've got a lot of unfilled tags. So I'm primarily after this split G2 8, and then we've got 2 short tine 10s that have been kind of wandering around up here. So we're gonna sit back and relax. It's like 3 o'clock right now, so we've got 2.5 hours to go.
If they move half as good as they did last night, we're going to have an awesome hunt.
We're in for a good one, that's right.
Settled in and hoping that last night's long distance intel pays off, Mike and Rye anxiously wait for the deer to move. That same afternoon, 138 miles to the southwest, Justin Karns and Drake Lamb are switching things up. Heading to a historically productive spot, Justin's behind the gun, and expectations are high.
It is January 7th. We had a northwest wind tonight, and it's about our last chance to try for that big 9-pointer that's blind in his right eye. He hasn't been on camera in the last few days, but this is the best food source in the area that he lives, so our last chance, we figured we'd try it. We got in here a little bit late, but the access to this spot is just perfect through some cedars right up to the backside of this cut cornfield. So some cut corn in front of us, standing corn in front of us. We've already got 10 deer on the field right now. It's about 3 o'clock, so we're hoping the big 1-eye 9-pointer makes an appearance tonight. It's a pretty cool spot. This is my first time hunting this spot, but Drake was able to have some success. It's been a few years ago now, but shot a really nice deer from this exact blind, just right on the other side of the field here. So It's exciting to get back in here. At the very least, we should see some good deer tonight, so should be a good hunt. It's crazy how early you got that. Oh, that's the velvet buck. He got brittle when it got cold and his G2 broke off. Like it's still, what time is it? 3:55. There's a train coming over here now. There's a split G2 buck. He's in a bench. They're just gonna go to the park. He's done that once or twice before.
With plenty of time for the buck to drift into range, focus sharpens for the remainder of the hunt. Back in Justin's field, deer are also on the move.
Oh, hey, there's a big deer. Gets that length and mass. Over the next 2 years, man, he's gonna be a behemoth. Man, I'm like 99% sure that's him. We'll see when he gets in here a little closer. I ran here after a big 9-pointer was blind in one eye, but there was a buck that had really short twos that Skip's buddy actually hit with a crossbow clear back in November. He's got really short twos and a really long 3, and I'm pretty sure that deer's walking in the field right now. I think Drake encountered him one other time. Other than that, we haven't seen the deer. It was either him or the big 9 that's on the list. And if this is that deer for sure, we'll be able to tell because he should have a wound on him. But it looked like he was limping in. But if it's him, well, I'm going to take him for sure. He's right in that little rise. sure. See, it gets closer. Yeah, probably just kind of let whatever's gonna happen happen. This is the distance I like. I know when you're really good, if he gets into a gap, I can do it there. Alright. You good? There he goes, there he goes. He's losing it there. Yeah. He went over here to the right. He ran out the back. He ran out the back to the right. He went to the pond. Holy goodness gracious, dude, I don't even know what hunt number that is. I went to squeeze it, and I literally stopped myself. I was like, it's been like 50 hunts for this moment. Just slow down. I buried it on him. Shot felt perfect. He left the field, and man, that one feels good right there. Holy cow. It's been a heck of a season. Drake and I have been just pounding it. Man, I'm starting to shake or something. That's what it's about, man. I mean, all year grinding, and then we do a ton of work on this farm. Doing the habitat is what really gets us going. We love the habitat side of it, and then being able to participate in the deer side of it as well on a farm where we've done so much habitat work it's special. We enjoy it. It is a ton of fun. Just can't say how much we appreciate Skip enough. It's, man, that's awesome. We're gonna go get geared up and go look for him here soon. Bleeding on both sides. Got drips on that side of the trail and this side. Oh, there he is. I got him.
See?
Yep, right there. Oh, buddy. Let's go. There he is right there. Let's go, buddy. Let's go get our hands on him. Oh, yeah. God, his beans are longer than he looks. Look at that head on him. God. First photos we had of this, well, first photos that I saw this deer this year, just absolute tank. I mean, his body was, you couldn't miss him if he came out in the field, just giant. And he got shot. I'm sure we can tell, where we could see it when he was out there in the field. He came right in 45 yards and he made it easy on us tonight. It was perfect. This is a deer he's at least 5 or 6. Got these little short G2s here, and look at that 3. Thank you, Mr. Buck. God, I just couldn't put a better shot on him either. Look at that. When your muzzleloader deer's bleeding out of both sides, you know it's good.
Another milestone in the team's remarkable season, Justin's hunt delivered exactly what the duo needed after a long fall. For Mike and Rye, the rest of their hunt produced consistent activity as plenty of deer filtered into the beans in front of them, just not the right buck. Even though Split G2 was on his feet early, Mike guessed wrong, and the buck slipped into a different spot well before sunset. And to round out the evening, I had another close call with the Beanfield 10. Unlike the night before, it was a very different hunt. He was the only buck to step into the field, but he never closed the distance for a shot, officially bringing both Mike's and my seasons to a close. The following day, much of the team hits the field, squeezing out what remains in the final 72 hours of season.
Oh,
here it is. It's January the 8th, and Mitch and I just got set up in the redneck back here on the big food plot. On our way in here, we had one of the good bucks that got high hopes for next year, a buck we call Lefty. He was out there with the doe. Wherever that doe went, he went after her. It was kind of odd. Me and Mitch was talking about it. She may still be in heat, you know.
We got 4 tags in this blind amongst us. With any luck, we'll double up. Let's go, Joe. Let's go.
Down to our last 3 days of season. Mike and Josh are on their way to ATA, and Gavin and I kind of have free reign of the farms. Thank you, Mike. We just want to get Tony, so if it takes 3 days and we don't get a shot at him, then we may adjust our plans, but...
Though bucks were yet again on the move, no shots are fired, bringing us to the second to last day. Down to the wire, January 9th sees 4 groups venturing back into the field. Owen and Devin head out on solo missions. Joe Noble hunts the same property where he tagged his bow buck in October with his best friend behind the camera. And Rye and Gavin are returning to the Merino plot looking for one of 2 targets.
Feels like a true southwest.
Not southwest. Two bows and a muzzleloader. 3 buck tags. At least 3 doe tags.
Yeah.
Things are looking up. We're back in the same blind that we were in last night. I really want to get Tony, but if that look-like buck comes in, I owe him an arrow. So Gavin's got his bow. If Tony comes out and then the look-like comes out, not really sure what tonight's going to hold, but conditions have warmed up a bit. It's probably about 10 degrees warmer. We have a south-southwest wind, and essentially that's the best wind for this blind. About 4 years ago to the day, I shot the big 8. I don't know. I don't think we're not going to see any deer, I promise that.
As long as we don't get skunked, I'm happy.
I don't think we'll get skunked. I may eat those words, but I truly don't believe it. We shall see what the night holds. Hopefully we have more than 1 deer down tonight.
Yeah.
Potentially 3.
Fourth running in the back. Hammer down. They're just happy.
With the sun starting to set, Rye and Gavin keep watch on the cover in front of them for continued movement. At the same time, 186 miles to the southwest, Joe's field is also beginning to load with deer.
Hey everybody, we're back out here tonight. Same spot we were last night. We're probably gonna see the wraparound 8 if I had to guess. Last night we thought we'd see them. We saw 30 deer. I'd imagine we're gonna have just as good a sit tonight as we did last night, so fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yes! Yes! Oh, thank you. Good Lord. Owen, everybody. Yes, Heather, for being on the camera tonight. Yes. He was moving north really hard, and if he gets behind that corn and that line of grass, we may never see him again. Yes! We did it! And on the second to last day, you know, yesterday was my birthday. I've never shot a deer on my birthday. Yes! Thank you, Owen.
Awaiting the cover of darkness to take up the trail with close friends, Joe and Heather savor the rest of the afternoon in the blind. Meanwhile, back with Rye, the strong movement continues.
Who's that?
That's the 4-year-old 10.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Kind of trending this way in the CRP. Pretty certain that's the look like buck. That's the deer that I shot at the other night. For sure. We got 2 minutes, so. Ready? Yeah.
Fell in the plot.
Yes, sir. A minute to spare right there.
There you go.
Oh, man. I don't even know what to say. That's the deer I shot at the other night, and Gavin said he fell in the plot, so you can't ask me much better. Just about 130 yards, and oh my goodness. Whew. It don't get old, I tell you that.
Congrats, dude. Nice work.
Thank you, Mike. Oh, man. Gosh. That be blood. Yes, sir. Let's go. Hey, look at that. Look at that. Yes, sir. I believe that's where you want to shoot him. Look at the tarsal stain on that thing, man. That was the one thing the other night that, like, I kept looking at that footage while I did Mike's video today. The tarsal stain literally cleared down to his freaking hocks, man. Look at that guy. Old look-alike Tony, buddy. Gosh, dark forehead. I'll tell you what, man. It'll never get old. Golly, man. Well, you know, January 6th, had my debacle. And I missed this deer. I'll say I missed because the arrow did come off the bow, even though I punched the release at half draw, and kind of full circle in a couple days. And when you think about this day in history for me, I shot my first Iowa whitetail on January 9th, and here 4 years later, another brood off the river farm. Basically back early this year, Mike and Gavin were able to tag 2 great bucks out here, and this guy moved in and ruled the roost. And one of the main objectives was to get him in late season, and we have accomplished that goal. That field is a field we planted this year. We call it the Merino plot, obviously, because Mike shot Merino there years ago. And he tried the Monster Buck forage beans in there. And I'll tell you, like, I've been around agriculture for a long time in my life outside of just like food plots and stuff. The amount of bean pods on those truly amazed me. You know, forage beans are advertised as something that's to be a forage bean, right? So there's gonna be a lot of leafy green matter. And you can think in your head that those pods are going to give up some. You're not going to get quite as much, but I can see no difference. I mean, it blew me away what I saw when we were walking out there to look for the deer. So here it is, January 9th. Not quite the buzzer beater we had last year, but as always, we appreciate you guys watching. And looks like I got some work to do. Going to take them home, and I think we're going to put my new grinder Abby got me for Christmas to work. So see what we can do.
Some kind of party?
I'm celebrating. I don't know about you.
How far was the shot?
Shoot, 75, 100. Look at this. Look at the size of that deer, dude. Oh, wow. Nice. Pretty old buck, ain't he? Nice job, Joey. That's awesome, buddy.
Thank you.
Oh, no. Thank you. Only thing he had this particular, he had a good tine length, didn't he?
He always came in close right here.
Yep.
I was limited to where we were gonna shoot if I didn't shoot him, you know. I knew it was him, and it's, you know, now or never.
It's what we needed. Molded him.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Put him away. Good job, man.
Owen, again,
sir.
I appreciate it.
Well, shoot, I suppose, get a tag on him and get him back to the house, huh?
Absolutely. Got some work to do.
Well, got some work to do.
Rye's redemption moment and Joe's triumph provide as fitting an end to this story as we could have dreamed. And though we hate to admit it, this journey is officially over. Each year, the days rush by a little quicker, yet the experiences gathered between the start and finish endure forever. Trying to rank a single moment above the rest is impossible and unnecessary because the answer is simple: all of them. From deerless sits and missed opportunities to those rare hunts where everything falls perfectly into place, every success and every setback shapes us. They teach the lessons, fuel the passion, and keep hunters coming back season after season. And to all of you who have made it this far in Season 10, we offer our deepest thanks for your support, your kind words, and the chance to keep bringing this series to life year after year.
That's Junior. Right off the food plot. Dude, what a stud.
Holy crap. That'll be the biggest shed we find all year right there.
We are back down at the homestead today, the new property. The dream is continuing to come true.
I'm gonna take that as a lucky season since we were planning the food plot as we found it.
Green's coming at you.
This is ridiculous.
Should be able to shoot at the path. Should be able to shoot in plot. We're gonna see how it works. Hopefully 6x5 finds his plot.
Look at that. More good germination.
More business.
So do you guys want to name him?
Poe.
Poe? Think that's a good name?
Aware of the inevitable since the beginning, the wonderful thing about being a deer hunter is that season endings are never truly final. Each conclusion sparking the anticipation of another, with fresh plans being laid for what comes next. And though no one can know exactly what will unfold, the coming season shines with promise. Committed to the chase, the Midwest Whitetail team stands ready to fine-tune every detail and cash in on the off-season work that defines the whitetail lifestyle. As hard as it is to believe, today it is right in front of all of us. No matter where you are across this great country, it's nearly time to climb back aboard the ride we all love, chasing November.